In the beginning, everything was nothing. It was Apum, the consciousness of the great spirit of love who slept in an eternal darkness. Then, the great spirit began to dream, forming the cosmic dust that was being compressed more and more until a great explosion occurred. Thus, an immense fire was born, the central sun, who transformed the dream world into the world of manifestation. Dividing itself into light and darkness, energy and matter, and masculine and feminine. Suddenly, a tiny part of the darkness became degenerated with jealousy and envy towards the light. It wanted to be the center of creation and take control over everything created. So everything could return to its cosmic equilibrium. The Great Spirit, Apum, found a solution, creating more light, so that the degenerated darkness could transform naturally. That was how the Great Spirit chose the first beings to create, the grandparents of the stars, to look for planets like ours and endow the human race with the gift of manifesting energy of love, with which the source of the great light would be fed. A lot of time has passed, and it seems that humanity has forgotten its true mission. And the chaos of the cosmos also manifests itself in our world, as well as in our lives. We have reached a critical moment in the history of our evolution. Thus, it is necessary to find the personal and global balance. But what can we do to achieve this? With this great question, I undertook a pilgrimage in my country of origin, Ecuador. On this trip, I was accompanied by a group of pilgrims from different countries who, like many people, want changes in their lives. They also felt that there was something more to discover than what they had experienced so far. Since childhood, I have followed the tradition of my Inka ancestors. Just like them, I live in deep connection with Father Sun and Mother Earth. Thanks to this connection from a very young age, I had the vision that one day our planet would undergo a great transformation. Several years ago, when the great change was visible, we, the representatives and priests from different cultures, tried to understand this historic moment. Because of this, I decided to make a pilgrimage around the world through temples, pyramids, and energy centers of ancient solar cultures. I also visited several communities to perform ceremonies and support the healing of the heart of Mother Earth. The wisdom I received on that journey was that a new Earth, a new humanity will be born. What will this cause in us? We are in an energy center of the coast. In the middle of this place, there is a temple of Mother Sea, where one can see what moves each pilgrim.
Vivía más de 30 años en Alemania. Empecé con una empresa y me importaba mucho el dinero, quería ser rico algún día, pero vivía realmente muy mal de la comida y todo. Yo con los años ya me sentía mal, estaba ya casi enfermo y entonces me fui, por suerte en un momento me fui de viaje a Ecuador y mi deseo para ese viaje es de ser realmente libre del sistema y ser feliz.
Estuve en una etapa de bastante conflicto en el sentido de estar aquí en el país o definitivamente ir fuera del país y irme a buscar el éxito.
Toda mi vida yo he buscado el camino espiritual. He viajado, he ido a diferentes culturas, he vivido haciendo un montón de cosas y eso me daba un poco de paz, He tenido toda mi vida que yo encontraba algo nuevo y decía, sí, esto es. Y ha sido mi búsqueda. Ese ha sido como mi tema de la vida, de la vida. O sea, ha sido mi tema encontrar. Sabía que hay algo más, yo sabía que hay algo más, pero me metía a una cosa, me metía a otra cosa y no estaba completa, me faltaba completarme con algo.
Toda la vida siempre me han dicho lo que tengo que hacer. Toda la vida siempre he estado pendiente por los demás y siempre toda la vida he estado siguiendo un camino de alguien, ¿no? De alguna manera eso ahora es lo que estoy comenzando a cuestionar, ¿no? ¿Qué es lo que realmente tengo que hacer yo? ¿Qué es lo que tengo que sentir yo? ¿Y qué es lo que debo de expresar yo? Y eso es lo que estoy ahora buscando.
Bueno, estoy acá porque realmente necesito un cambio en mi vida. Siento que
Our journey follows an ancestral route which takes us through 3 regions of different energies, connected magically to each other. This route is part of an ancient Inka vision, which is symbolized by the serpent in the coast, the condor in the Andes, and the puma in the Amazon. Each region is a world in which we'll find the different forces of Mother Nature, which will help us in our search. The force of Mother Sea represents the emotional world, the womb. She brings the gift of being able to feel our emotions and feelings. In this world, our past plays a very important role. Many of us carry painful experiences that haven't healed properly, creating negative emotions which unconsciously influence our lives. With this knowledge, we will visit the ancestor of this place, the guardian of the past. Here is the surprise I told you about. Let's visit a grandfather. Where does the grandfather of the place rest? Well, what do you think? Who is it? This grandfather is thousands of years old.
Un dinosaurio.
Un elefante.
un hombre gigante.
Un lemuriano.
Un tigre.
A tiger.
Bueno, yo tampoco
Well, I
sabía
didn't
al
know in the
principio.
beginning either. When we
Cuando lo
found out,
descubrimos,
well, I was
pues,
surprised.
me sorprendí. Fue un momento
It was a
mágico en mi
magical
vida.
moment in my life,
Y
and to discover what it was,
para descubrir
I had
qué
to
era,
sleep here.
tuve que dormir aquí.
Then, here in this narrow path,
Dormí
I
varios
slept for
días,
various
y
days,
en uno de esos
and on one
días
of those
fue cuando
days, as if in a dream,
como un sueño,
I went to
fui
the
al pasado
past and was able to
pude descubrir
discover
qué era.
what it was. I
Vi que era
saw
como un
that it was like a
elefante
giant
gigante
elephant who
que
came to
venía a
these
estos
lands
terrenos
once a
una
year
vez cada año,
and would
y
arrive
con
with
un
a
grupo
herd that was
también así
just as
grande, como
big.
una manada, llegaban.
Also,
pude ver
I
que al
could
mismo
see that at
tiempo,
the same
desde el
time from
sur,
the south,
llegaban
the
las
whales
ballenas.
arrived,
Y estas
and it was
ballenas que
just like a
llegaban
party for them.
eran
The
justamente
sound
para
of
ellos
this
como una
giant
fiesta.
elephant attracted them
El
and
sonido
would
de
meet at this
este
place,
elefante
as if this
gigante
place would
los
guide them.
atraía y se encontraban en este lugar. Es como que lo guiaba a este lugar.
And
Y cada
every
año
year they would
venían
come
acá,
here. It was
era como
like
una gran
a
fiesta
grand party
de
to
reproducirse y
reproduce,
procrearse.
procreate.
Después de esta gran
After this
fiesta
grand
y
party and after
nacer
the new
nuevos
beings were
seres,
born, they would
empezaban
once
otra vez
again
su
begin their
peregrinaje.
pilgrimage.
Por esa
That's
razón
the
les traje
reason I
aquí,
brought you here,
para también
so you can
coger la
also
energía
collect
que
this
este
energy,
espíritu de este gran
to
peregrinaje
ask the spirit of this great pilgrim to
para
transmit
que nos
us
dé
the
esa
energy,
fuerza
to give us
para
that
continuar
strength
nuestro
to
peregrinaje.
continue our pilgrimage.
Esa es la
That
razón.
is the reason. So let us do a short
Hacer una
concentration.
pequeña concentración.
We wish the energy of the guardian of the past to help us discover negative emotions which are deeply hidden, even in past lives. The group understands that, like the mammoth and the whale, we must allow ourselves to be guided by Mother Nature. On this morning, we prepare to go to the sacred encounter with Mother Sea, Hatum Mama Kocha. Here, at the home of Hatum Mama Kocha, we connect with her spirit to create an alliance with her. For this, we perform an ancestral exercise, Synergies of water. This sacred exercise makes our spirit expand to make us more receptive. This way, we can get in touch with a dimension of the spirits of nature. Until now, only shamans with complex ceremonies could come into contact with this and the other dimensions of Mother Earth. In our Inka culture, there has always been cosmic principles. One of them is called Aini, which means if we receive, we must also give something in return. Reciprocity. We must remember that when we arrive to a sacred place, to a special place like this one, to Mother Sea, we must bring a gift, a special gift. At first I didn't know which gift to bring, but when I was praying, I saw something that Mother Sea, Mama Kocha, would like a lot. So I have a surprise for you. And in this way, we will show her our love, our affection. This will be the gift for Mother Sea. All right. Now let us close our eyes. We will begin to feel And in this world of feelings, we will look deeper into our inner being, in our mind, in our memories, for a negative emotion, so that Mother Sea, Hatum Mama Kocha, can help us release it. We live in a world governed by artificial principles, which have brought separation from the true nature of our being. For this reason, many people are not in touch with their inner being, and it becomes more difficult for them to experience deep feelings. Florian has understood what is happening to him, and he has asked me for a more intense experience with the spirit of Hatum Mama Kocha.
Me acordé ya de mi niñez, después empezó la escuela, después con el trabajo. Eso fue realmente la parte más duro, porque ahí me sentí como que una carga que me pusieron como en un sistema. Antes era difícil de mostrar mis emociones, pero ahora ya siento como ya que cómo está creciendo en mí.
No quería sentir la tristeza, no quería sentir la ira o la angustia o las emociones negativas. Pero entiendo que eso también soy yo y está bien. Está bien, no solo es alegría, felicidad, no. Es como que todo se completó y lo acepté. Y todo eso soy yo.
En el momento que estoy aquí ahora, me olvido del otro y me conecto con mi propio ser interior, ¿no? Y eso creo que es lo que estoy ahorita por primera vez sintiendo, ¿no? Y por eso estoy agradecido con el agua, con el mar, que es el que de alguna manera me está reconectando con ese ser interior, ¿no?
Mother Sea has always been worshipped for being the origin of life. She rejoices and opens her arms when we visit her with humility. Now, we have the opportunity to do a ceremony as in past times, and in return, we have received a cleansing of certain dark emotions that block us. With this dawn, we leave the coast, carrying with us strong experiences, which made us appreciate the great power that Mother Sea has. She helps remove and transcend negative emotions to pure feelings. We have taken the first step to discover what we are deeply looking for. Our journey takes us to the Andes, to the family of the great mountains. For our ancestors, they represent the mental world of thoughts and wisdom. Before us is the snow-capped peak, Taita Chimborazo. Many times, like today, its summit is covered with clouds. To visit, I ask it to let itself be seen. The mountains are natural pyramids that are intensely connected with the energy of Father Sun, Mother Moon, and the stars. Father Sun emanates rays of light, each one shining a different wisdom, so they may help us to clarify the mind and bring about the growth of consciousness. Take advantage now because we are facing Taita Chimborazo, this great Apu, where we can collect its energy, fill ourselves with energy. Ecuador is the closest place to the sun. We are here, closer to the middle of the world, in the arms of Taita Chimborazo, very high in reference to the sun. We are physically close to the sun. Thus, In these lands, the energy of the sun comes strongly. This would allow for past cultures to work with solar light. Today, we have forgotten this knowledge of our cultures, especially to feed ourselves and meditate with the sunlight. In difficult times, when we are going through an intense process, the energy of Father Sun can fortify our spirit and our body. We take the energy of the sun through our eyes. We bring it towards our superior world, to our brain, where we have crystals. This light divides like the rainbow, and it enters the spiritual body, and it first nourishes all the energy centers. Then, after we've taken the force of the light, we feed ourselves. That's when we concentrate the inner consciousness in the heart, in the energy center of the heart. And from here, we expand it, in that movement which is in a spiral direction. We expand it, and at the same time we connect with the other energy centers. Until we form a solar disk. And when we are finally inside, we begin a meditation, a profound communication with the light. And when we meditate, we stay for a moment. When we are finished, we feel that we have to come back. We find a small dot in that light. It's like a dark dot. Why dark? It was one day when I didn't understand why those little dots, those particles, why this dark consciousness. Then, just like now, I began to meditate. I entered a ray of light, and I saw something strange, like an enlightenment. I saw how incredibly those little balls, those little dark spots, were inside like embers of fire. Just imagine a bean pod with beans inside, yes or no? That's how I saw them. And they were lighted, and some ended and exploded. And from the explosion came other little ones like babies, and they kept growing. So inside the light is the darkness. Since then, it was clear to me what the ancestors used to say in the past. The light and the darkness are family. They are one. They are the foundation of the creation of Apum, the great spirit of love. The legend of the creation as told by my ancestors reminds us that only a small part of the great dark consciousness is responsible for creating all the chaos in the cosmos. Our inner shadows are constantly creating negative thoughts that lock and manipulate us. The Inca ancestor saw that a time of darkness will come, and humanity will forget that the earth is their mother, and that all beings are brothers. The world will be covered by a dark cloud, especially at its energy centers, causing them to be inactive. This would cause us to lose almost all of our wise traditions, mainly the connection with Mother Nature. The degenerated dark power tries to replace Mother Nature, creating a manipulating artificial world full of illusions which take advantage of the human ego in order to influence the mind. Selfishness is what makes us believe that we can have whatever we want, even at the expense of Mother Earth itself, further distancing us from our ancestral roots. In this darkness, we can also remember that in the past, our continent had a millennial identity based on spiritual communications with Mother Earth, Mother Nature. We have arrived well and very tired, but we have arrived. We are now at a mountain height of almost 3,400 meters. And that's why we always communicate with the mountains. The mountains, the Apus, are for us like the great grandparents. When in the past a wise person left this plane, he was always given a mountain as a home to come back to and to occupy that space. So the mountains always have a superior spirit, like that of a teacher. We bring them gifts, remember them, we celebrate their rituals and traditional ceremonies to keep us in touch with the great spirits of the place. The spirits of the great mountains can also blow us their energy to clarify our negative thoughts. This morning, before continuing the trip, we breathed the energy of the place, helping with some activities. This prepares us to connect with the spirit of the mountain. In our culture, Mother Earth, Pachamama, has a very wise spirit. We make her feel that greatness with respect and affection.
Vamos a visitar un lugar secreto, a un amigo muy especial. Ay, ay, ay. Este árbol nació aquí entre las piedras. Entonces, le vamos a saludar, así, haciéndole cariñito. Hágale un cariñito. Uy, un besito. Oh, muy bien. Necesita mucho amor los arbolitos. Mira, este está triste. Hay que darle mucho amor.
This great Intihuatana stone, which my ancestors began working on, I have finished it following their knowledge. In energy centers like these, when meditating, I have succeeded in having my spirit travel and look into the dimension of the memory of Mother Earth. It is there where the most important experiences of history are kept. Like the mountains, the Intihuatana binds the sunlight with the force of the earth, producing an intense field of energy. Here, we can receive the cosmic formation. From this dimension, we can also obtain the wisdom we need to pass difficult tests. The first step to get in touch with the spirit and the memory of Pachamama is to approach, greet, and give it an offering. In each trip we make, the magic of nature becomes visible, which leads us to decipher its messages. Back in the Intihuatana, I feel like in the past, full of inspiration to keep searching for harmony. This is the temple of our ancestors. The spirits are the mountains, the Apus. In the times of the Incas, imagine there were huge and immense temples full of gold walls like tapestries. Now I put mats, bushes. Before, the Inca ancestors would put gold where their writings were, their stories, their legends. This little thing that we have here is due to one of the priestesses of the moon, who managed to rescue something from our history. At the time of the invasion, there was a young girl who was already born with the powerful gift of speaking with the light, with the Father Sun and the moon. The moon is the sun of the night. Seeing all of her visions, she took her loved ones and the rest of her people to the Amazon. She passed through these mountains, but on the way she was injured, and the ones who were with her were injured as well. And a little while later, she and many of those who fled from that invasion died. Death is only a part of life. Life is a long walk. The women go to perform a ceremony to ask Mother Moon to illuminate our mental darkness.
Les voy a dar un poquito de hojas de coca. Gracias. Para que les dé fuerza cuando suban la montaña.
Gracias.
La coca es muy importante para los pueblos ancestrales de los Andes, ya que era un regalo que le hacían a los apus. Así también ellos podían despejar su mente. Entonces, eso les deseo a ustedes y que reciban sabiduría.
The mountain that we are going to climb is called Mamarupa, in memory of the young priestess.
A la joven sacerdotisa.
Pilgrimage is not a simple walk. It is also an inner journey in which we strongly connect with the messages of Mother Nature. The millions of rays produced by large cities make this natural process difficult. We are reaching a very sacred rock for the Incas, for being a portal for my ancestors to manifest themselves. While all of you rest, I'm going to say hello to the grandfather. I will return. To communicate with the spirits of nature, I use whistles, whispers, and sacred prayers which vibrate to pierce other dimensions from where they show us magical signs. The spirit of the falcon again reminds me that for our rebirth, we must free ourselves from the cage of the manipulative system that keeps us trapped, which prevents us from spreading the wings of a new consciousness. We are now halfway to the summit. No, you don't see. You can't see because there's a fog. We've reached the summit. You've made it.
Esto salió el sol. I will clean your superior world. I will give you energy with the great Apu, Inti Hatum Taita.
When the fog and mists were here, it was describing this world as it is, right? It is, as I explained to you yesterday. It's under a manipulative system, a dark power that tries to confuse our sense of life, tries to deceive us. Why we are here on earth. Why were we really created?
La neblina venía tan rápido y se iba tan rápido y era como que venía a vernos.
Inicialmente cuando comenzamos como el camino de ir hasta la cima, pensé que no lo iba a lograr.
Que realmente estaba ya, al final ya casi no daba, ¿no? Comencé a pensar en todas estas cosas, ¿no? En el pasado, en las expectativas del futuro, y le daba vuelta, mi mente comenzaba a darle la vuelta y la vuelta y la vuelta a todos estos pensamientos, a veces hasta un poco obsesivos, digamos.
Con cada paso que daba, era que se iba, por un lado, dejando todas las cosas que la mente nos lleva al conflicto, nos lleva a perdernos en el mundo. Entonces, con cada paso que se iba aclarando.
Y ya al final dije, bueno, ya estamos llegando, ya me siento que ya por fin voy a llegar. Era como el último aliento, ¿no? Y dije, bueno, ahora sí voy a poner todos esos pensamientos, ahí los voy a dejar, ¿no? Y eso fue lo que hice. Y después de eso sentí como un relax, como que realmente había dejado algo ahí, ¿no? Sí.
Cuando llegamos ahí a la cima y justamente se abrió el cielo y salió el sol, y ahí realmente sentí que hay algo más, que entendí que estamos aquí para mucho más de lo que nos están enseñando en el mundo artificial.
Este lugar me ayudó mucho más a estar como tranquila, a lograr todos esos miedos, todas esas emociones que tenía, y pude entender el dolor de la madre tierra, cómo somos irrespetadas, ¿no? Y cómo tantas mujeres somos maltratadas, humilladas, como
It is time to leave that sadness behind and to understand that in that fog you came to shine. We have to have our inner sun, our light as a small lamp that we need to turn on. Then, when the fog comes, we will already be shining. In spite of the pain that we caused Pachamama, she is still willing to help us in our rebirth.
Pero hay que sacar estas piezas. Vamos.
If we have the courage to overcome problems, we will see that the more difficulties we have, the closer to freedom we will be. the spirit of Sister Waterfall makes me see the world of tomorrow, which will be manifested by the energy of the heart. The humans who manage to be reborn will have a pure and superior consciousness. But before this, we have to understand that in this time of change, many people are unbalanced and have internal conflicts because they have not yet been tuned with the natural frequency of the earth. Especially people who are living alternative lifestyles, either by fashion, necessity, or by living outside of the artificial. But the system creates new forms of dependency to keep them trapped. Therefore, we must have a deep spiritual connection with Mother Nature. Her free spirit can help us overcome this phase of our evolution. The jungle represents the world of the heart. It has the power to create itself constantly and to manifest different forms of life. Yes, we must have courage. We will see in this sacred place how we come out, how we are born. When the pumas descend from the mountain, they come to the jungle to hunt. They catch their prey and take it inside, and they live there. We must have courage. Let's see if we come out. The guardian of all this wealth is the spirit Sacha. He is upset with a human who has not changed and who continues to destroy his home. It is necessary to understand that by destroying the forest, we destroy ourselves. We must protect its richness, take care of it, the animals and the trees. They are also our family. Sometimes we feel a void in our heart, and we look outside for something that fills us. But many times we find a false vision of love, which creates pain and pollution. The jungle, on the contrary, creates in resonance with the heart of the Pachamama. Its trees show us the union and balance between the energy of the sky through its branches and the strength of the earth through its roots. We must prepare ourselves internally to begin to purify our hearts. This is a magical place in the jungle where I ask the spirit of water to come cleanse me and give me energy. This way, I come into contact with the pulse of Mother Earth. She has such a high vibration that fills my heart intensely. This morning, the dreams have revealed to me an ancient cave that we will have to find. The Inka ancestors said that the trip to the interior of Mother Earth is dangerous, but it has the power to make us be reborn. This part of the trip is decisive in freeing ourselves from the wrong ways of loving, and gives ways to discover the true meaning of love. I hope that in this trip, our intuition will help us be attentive to what may happen. I will make a prayer to the spirit of Pachamama, asking her to enlighten me and grant permission to enter the world of caves. A few steps away, I find the guardian of the cave in the form of stone. Here is its mouth. It wants to eat the dark shadows of our heart. The caves are like veins in the dark. They lead us to confront the fear of coming into contact with ourselves, the fear of accepting and loving ourselves. By opening up to live more intense processes, we must totally trust in Mother Earth, enter into resonance with her, with the beating of her heart. Get down, watch out for your heads. Just a moment. There's a puma around here. I can see a footprint. Here is the little footprint of the little puma. Can you see? It's going up that way. It's a good sign. The puma represents the footprints of tomorrow. Don't be afraid. They are creatures of the night. They are also our brothers. Now it's time to decide. What is the path that leads to the exit? For this, we must feel attentively, as the bat does. And step by step, turn on our inner sun, so we may see with the heart. We made it. You made it. All right, Javier, be strong. We are at the beginning of a new time, the era of the heart, where humanity will have to be reborn, together with Mother Earth, live with her, since the Pachamama is the true medicine to illuminate our inner sun.
Cuando estaba oscuro, totalmente oscuro, que al principio sientes un poco de miedo, lo único que te queda es conectarte con tu corazón, ¿no? Y ahí sientes que hay un corazón, pero un corazón más grande que uno mismo. Que como que algo pasó allá adentro y como que estaba yo ahora era como un nuevo yo. Y me sentía muy, muy abierto, con muchos deseos de cambio.
Cuando salí me sentí más libre todavía. Me sentí que todo se transformó en más amor realmente.
cuando me fui a un lugar así, como ese, como la naturaleza, fue cuando todo comenzó como a sanar, aprendí como a valorarme, a no estar creyendo que todo está como en lo material, sino más bien en la naturaleza.
La dificultad que tenía de no enraizarme, de siempre estar buscando fuera la felicidad, el éxito, durante este peregrinaje me ha dado plenitud y armonía y hoy me siento con la capacidad de amarme y amar a los demás.
Y todas las experiencias que he tenido para volver a entrar en mi corazón. Es como que después de todo este recorrido, este tiempo, ya estoy completa en el corazón, que es lo que me faltaba. Me faltaba sentir el corazón y cada vez hay más luz y la oscuridad se va disminuyendo con amor, con cariño.
We have come to this pilgrimage to renew our lives, and what we discovered was true love. Munay. Munay, it is the energy that is in all the states of creation, that there always was and always will be. Now, we carry the energy of love to illuminate our three inner worlds that will give us new possibilities to improve our lives and thus help the cosmic balance. We are the heart of Mother Earth, the creative energy of love. Munay. Mother Earth has already transcended and is waiting for humanity to have the spiritual connection with her to open the dimensional doors of the new time, the age of the heart. And do you want to learn one more Sinchi? I'm going to teach you, since we were just talking about the heart, land of the heart. I will teach you Sinchi Munay. In order to nourish ourselves with the sunlight, we have to practice the Synergies Exercises. These Synergies exercises are the foundation so that the most amount of light can enter the body. Pay close attention. Absorbing the Sinchi light, the Sinchi energy, so that the light can have space in your spirit. Isn't that so? The Sinchi is everywhere, now you know, especially in energy centers. So we start with the left hand. I'm going to have my back facing you so you can learn it. With the female left hand and with the male right hand, we are going to make 2 circles. But for this, we are going to open our energy centers. Look, let's open up. Can you see? When you feel a little warm, we're ready, and this is like breathing. Like a pore will absorb and will emanate and aspirate. Well, do you feel it? Wait, I'll do it one more time so you can see. Look, downwards. Absorbing all the way to the abdomen. And keep it there so that it gives us energy. We absorb and we keep it there. Then towards the sky, another circle. And we let it reach our superior world of the mind. And from there we unite both energies so that we can emanate. As we were saying before, illuminate from the heart.
Lo hago de frente para que vean.